Today, we're going to go over the pre-approval and actually what is in a pre-approval letter. So stay tuned and we'll jump right into it. So in our last video, we talked about one of the most important steps, which is to pick the right loan officer or lender. And it really ties into this next step that we're about to go over, the pre-approval letter. What is a pre-approval letter and what is actually involved in getting one? Well, basically, the way that this goes is the first thing whenever you reach out to a lender and you decide you want to go through with them, there's some steps of things that they will need to get you pre-approved to buy a home. The first thing that they're going to do is they're going to pull your credit. And they're going to want to see what's on your credit, what your credit score is, and so forth, if there's anything derogatory, or maybe just even see how much debt you have. Credit scores, they can range anywhere from 300 to 850, and just depending on what your credit score is can determine what programs you can qualify for, what interest rates will look like, what down payments you need. There's a lot of things that go into just the credit portion alone. What they'll also do is they're going to go over your income. So they're going to look at your employment. How long have you been with your current employer? How long, maybe you're retired. They're going to look at your Social Security income, your retirement income, maybe your pension income, whatever the case is. If you're self-employed, they're going to look at that. So some things to be prepared for to get pre-approved is make sure you have your income documents ready. You want to make sure you have paycheck stubs, W-2s. Typically, you want to see 30 days of paycheck stubs, 2 years of W-2s if you're what's referred to as a W-2 employee. If you're self-employed, they're going to want to see 2 years of tax returns. So be prepared to have those ready. And if you have an LLC, they're going to want to see your business tax returns as well as your personal tax returns. If you're retired and you're receiving income through some sort of retirement, they're going to want to see Social Security statements, pension statements, or however you receive your retirement income. Next, we're going to want to look at your assets. So basically your bank statements, potentially retirement statements. It really just depends where you plan on putting or getting the money from to buy the home. So are you getting the money from your bank statement that you have set aside or from your bank that you've had set aside? Are you pulling money out of a 401k? So just be prepared to have those documents ready as well. And then once all of that is put together, then the lender is going to go out and basically review all of it. And then what they do very next step is make sure that the loan type or a manufactured home or something other than a single family home, make sure that you've conveyed that to your loan officer so they can make sure you're approved and that pre-approval letter they issue you is actually correct. Also, they want to, on that pre-approval letter, it's very important to make sure that the automated underwriting status is on there. So there should be something on that pre-approval letter that says, hey, I was pre-approved using an automated underwriting system. It should say approve eligible, something along those lines. And it'll say through Fannie Mae's automated underwriting or through Freddie Mac's automated underwriting, they'll show an approval on there. If it doesn't, you need to talk to your lender about that as well, because it's important that you did receive that. And then finally, what you want to make sure is how long the pre-approval letter is good for. Typically, you don't want it to be good for longer than 30 days. And the reason why I say that is because interest rates change, loan programs change, and you want to make sure that your pre-approval isn't something that you're working from 6 months ago. You want to make sure that you've got a recent pre-approval, that it's good, it's up to date, it's based off recent credit off your credit within the past 90 days. You want to make sure that the automated underwriting is within 90 days. There's a lot of things you want to make sure that haven't gone past a certain amount of time. So typically you want a pre-approval that lasts at least 30 days. You don't want it to go longer than 90. Typically, I don't recommend having a pre-approval that's that's valid for longer than 30 days, just to make sure that everything is good. But that's roughly it on the pre-approval letter and what you should be looking for. We're going to touch on some of the other important things in videos to come up. Like, for example, we're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about different loan types and how they're important to you and how you can use them to buy your new home. So I hope you liked what we talked about today. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to reach out. Please subscribe to my channel. All my contact information is below, and we will talk to you soon. And remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and stay keen on home loans. We'll talk to you soon.